Así. Ahí está. Acuérdense, aquí está lo de inspire the fact, cómo se tiene que utilizar. Todos los demás no hay problemas. Y aquí como que ayer habíamos hecho esto de aquí. Como que era el video, acuérdense que el video de ayer que no se grabó, como que era lo grabé con el de la clase de 1 a 3, entonces pueden checar ese video de nivel 7, 8 de 1 a 3 y vimos exactamente lo mismo que vimos ayer con ustedes. Entonces aquí, ¿cómo pudiera yo contrastar? My friends are nice, but however, nevertheless, even though, despite, what?
But
Okay, pero but qué?
I don't talk too much with them.
I don't have too much qué?
I don't talk with them too much.
Oh. Okay, I don't talk too much to them. Okay, I don't talk. Perdón, es que no había escuchado el talk. Pues sí, puede ser. My friends are nice, but I don't talk too much to them. Okay. ¿Alguien más? My friends are nice. However, nevertheless, even though, in spite of the fact that
my friends are very nice. They are very annoying. They are drunk.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's a good one. Okay, luego fíjese. I touched the wire. Toqué el alambre. De chiquillo ya ves cuando te dicen, no agarres el alambre, ya vas. I touched the wire. Fui a agarrar el alambre. Even though, despite, in spite of the fact that.
Despite my mom saying me not to it.
All right, very good. Yeah, so I touched the wire despite my mom told me not to. Y mi mamá me dijo, no lo agarres, y ahí vas. Haz de cuenta que te dijo, agárralo. All right. Vamos a ver esta. My grandma is strong. Even though, despite, or however. Really, like, my grandma is strong. However, she doesn't hear very well. Or my grandma is strong even though she's 80 years old. O pues no sé, lo que ustedes crean.
In spite of the fact she is older?
Yes, very good. In spite of the fact she's older. All right. Okay, vamos a ver. Sam went to the store. But, however, nevertheless, even though, although, despite, in spite of the fact, Sam went to the store. Bueno, ¿están dormidos o qué? Yo pensé que nomás Valeria se dormía.
Even though we are in quarantine?
Ah, that's a good one. No decía tú, vale A, yo decía vale G, que es a la que le echamos carro de que se queda dormida. Pero sí, tuvo buena esa, Tavo. Sam went to the store, even though we are in quarantine. Okay. He didn't finish his homework. But, however, nevertheless, although, even though, despite, in spite of the fact, he didn't finish his homework.
However, he passed.
Está bien. He didn't finish his homework. However, he passed. Le alcanzó para pasar. Raspando, pero bueno. I'm learning English, but, however, nevertheless, although, even though, despite of the fact.
But I have no time to take formal classes.
All right, that's a good one. I'm learning English, but I have no time to take formal lessons. Or I'm learning English, even though I cannot go to class, or in spite of the fact that it's difficult for me, or just whatever. Pero es la cosa, ¿no? Tenemos que hacer aquí el contraste, que es lo que estábamos utilizando. Entonces, vamos a seguir practicando con eso. But we're going to use your workbook for that. It's page 70. Let me take a picture of this. It's 70. Ahí está esa. Y esta de acá. Ahí va. This first one here, first we're going to listen the connectors that are missing here. ¿Sí? Primero vamos a escuchar. Listen and complete the sentences with the connectors that are missing. Eso es lo primero que vamos a hacer. Ya los escribimos aquí. When we finish writing and completing the sentence, then we're going to read them again, and we're going to check the sentences that have correct punctuation, and we're going to correct the incorrect sentences. Entonces, algunas de aquí, ya que escuchemos bien qué palabra nos falta, qué conector nos falta, lo vamos a poner aquí. Y después vamos a checar which ones are correct, which ones have correct punctuation, we check them. And we have to correct the ones that are incorrect with punctuation. Eso es lo que vamos a hacer aquí en el A y en el B. So that's what we're going to do first. But let me hear here, unit 12. Stop. Okay, just tell me if you can hear it first.
Unit 12, Section 1,
Can you hear it?
Exercise A.
Yes.
¿Sí se oye?
Yes.
Yes.
Ok, va.
Unit 12.
Teacher, ya no se escucha nada.
¿Ya no sé yo?
No.
Bueno, va. Voy a dejar de compartir. Comparto otra vez. A ver, va de nuez.
Unit 12, Section 1, Exercise A. 1.
¿Ahora sí?
Rio was great. However, we didn't get to visit Sugarloaf Mountain.
¿Ahora sí se escucha? ¿Se escucha o no? Sí, ahora sí, ok, va. A ver, voy a cerrar aquí un micrófono, voy a cerrar acá otro micrófono para que no haya ruido y voy a cerrar también el mío. Va.
2. Unit 12, Section 1, Exercise A. 1.
Rio was great. However, we didn't get to visit Sugarloaf Mountain.
2,
I love traveling for pleasure, but I really don't enjoy business travel.
3,
Although it was very crowded, we enjoyed visiting the Louvre Museum in Paris.
4,
London was a lot of fun, despite the fact that it rained almost every day.
5,
We decided to go to Shanghai, despite not speaking any Chinese.
6,
Things have cost a little more than we'd expected. Nevertheless, we've had a fantastic vacation.
Okay, I'm going to play it one more time just for you to recheck. Here we go.
Unit 12, Section 1, Exercise A. 1,
Rio was great. However, we didn't get to visit Sugarloaf Mountain.
2,
I love traveling for pleasure, but I really don't enjoy business travel.
3,
Although it was very crowded, we enjoyed visiting the Louvre Museum in Paris.
4,
London was a lot of fun, despite the fact that it rained almost every day.
5,
We decided to go to Shanghai, despite not speaking any Chinese.
6,
Things have cost a little more than we'd expected. Nevertheless, we've had a fantastic vacation.
All right. I think that part was easy. So what about the first one? Rio was great. Muy bien. However, we didn't get to visit Sugarloaf Mountain. So the first one was however. I love traveling for pleasure. I really don't enjoy business travel. But, muy bien, but. Lo dijo muy bajito, pero sí se escuchó, but. Number 3, it was very crowded. We enjoyed visiting the Louvre Museum in Paris. That's correct. Although it was very crowded, London was a lot of fun, that it rained almost every day. Despite, pero puso otra cosa ahí. Porque no dijo despite nada más. Yeah, despite the fact, dijo. Despite the fact, it rained almost every day. We decided to go to Shanghai. Yeah, easy. What about 5? We decided to go to Shanghai. Despite, muy bien, ahí sí es nada más despite not speaking any Chinese, and things have cost a little more than we expected. We had a fantastic vacation. Nevertheless, muy bien. Ahí tenemos el nevertheless.
Teacher, in number 5, 8, despite the fact.
No, despite the fact.
Number 4.
Yeah, number 4 is despite the fact.
Pero también se puede usar in spite o es diferente?
Es que acuérdate que son parecidos, entonces puede ser in spite of the fact o despite the fact.
Ok. Sí, porque según in spite of the fact, puede ser al inicio o en medio. Y
Exacto.
Despite es al principio.
Despite, sí. Pues que los dos pueden ser al principio o en medio.
O en medio. Ok.
Sí, los dos.
Muy bien. Very good.
Sí. All right.
Thanks.
Y bueno, ahora sí, ya que los tenemos, now that we have them complete with the connectors, I will give you some time. You have to read them carefully and check the sentences that are correct with the punctuation, and the ones that are incorrect, you have to correct them. Okay? Right now, we are concentrating on punctuation. Okay? So I'll give you some time, check them out, and we check in a minute.
Coronavirus.
Nada de eso. All right, you got it or not yet? Okay, I'll give you a clue. Only 2 of them are correct. All right, let's check. So first off, Rio was great. However, we didn't get to visit. Is that correct or incorrect? Diablos. Yeah, that one's incorrect. And how am I supposed to correct it? So, ¿por qué me pone esto? ¿Qué diablos? A ver, va, otra vez. Ahí está. Entonces, esta está mal. So how am I supposed to correct it? What's the problem here? So this one is wrong. We know this one is wrong. Rio was great. However, we didn't get to visit no sé qué. Ok, sí. Entonces aquí tiene que ir este de aquí y este de acá. Acuérdense, ese punto y coma se dice semicolon. No estoy jugando, así se dice, semicolon. Que es el punto y coma. El punto y coma es semicolon. Y los dos puntos, así, colon o full colon. ¿Sí? It's colon, son los dos puntos, o full colon. Y semicolon es el punto y coma. ¿Por qué se llama así? No tengo idea, pero así se llama. Okay, entonces sí, aquí está mal. This is incorrect because you have however here, so you need Rio was great, semicolon, however, comma, da. All right. Number 2, I love traveling for pleasure, but I really don't enjoy business travel. Is correct or incorrect? Yeah, this is incorrect. What is missing? The comma, sí. Es comma, but I really don't enjoy no sé qué. Luego, number 3, although it was very crowded, we enjoy visiting the Louvre, no sé qué. Number 3. Ajá, esta también, it's incorrect. Acuérdense, cuando empezamos con although, even though, we have to use, si estuviera en medio, no pasa nada, así de corridito. Pero cuando empezamos, when we begin with although, even though, yeah, so very crowded, although it was very crowded, comma, we enjoy visiting, no sé qué. Ahora sí. Very good. Number 4. Yeah, number 4 is correct. That one is correct, no problem there. 5. 5, it's also correct. And then obviously 6, it's incorrect. But what is the mistake? Things have cost a little more than we expected. Nevertheless, we've had a fantastic vacation. Sí, aquí la coma está. Aquí le faltaba la coma. Nevertheless, comma, we've had a fantastic vacation. Ahí está. Entonces acuérdense, aquí the important thing or the most important thing here is punctuation. Okay, and the second exercise. Stop. The second exercise, this one. Here, we have to complete the text with the correct connectors. Sometimes more than one answer is possible, and you may use the connectors more than once. Okay, so for example, in number 1, you can have 2 possible answers. ¿Sí? Y esos conectores que ya usaste aquí los puedes volver a usar acá en algún otro lado. Okay? So we have a lot of options to complete the text. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some time, give it a read, and complete them with the connectors. qué están hablando?
El ruido que se oye. Quiero pensar que están lavando algo.
Achis, achis, los mariachis, yo no oigo nada. Bueno, aquí no
Pues-
se oye nada.
Pues era su audio, teacher.
Ya se detuvo, se escuchó así.
Canijo.
Solo estaba activado su micrófono.
Pues sí, pero acá no se oye nada.
Algo así
Se
es.
me hace que tiene contacto con alienígenas.
Sucio.
Se escuchaba raro.
Sorry. Como interferencia. Sorry. A ser Gabriel que está. Ah, no, pues no está Zafiro para estar hackeando ahorita las
Escuchaba
compus.
como Drake y Josh cuando hacen contacto con los marcianos, según.
Por eso te digo, ahorita están haciendo contacto los extraterrestres con todos.
Es Gabriel que va a estar ahí
No,
haciendo
no. A mí no me
sus
echen la
sus
culpa.
preparaciones para la fiesta de mañana.
Yo solamente tengo música.
DJ Gabriels. DJI. ¿Y a qué hora es la fiesta o qué?
¿Eh?
¿A qué hora es la fiesta?
La fiesta empieza desde temprano.
Sí, porque el niño risueño y le hacen cosquillas, pues, huevo.
Empieza temprano para acabar temprano.
Ya está.
Temprano, apenas siendo sol.
Porque luego le mandan a la policía.
Hay un profe aquí a la vuelta que se queja bastante.
Que se
Sí,
mude.
no lo dejas dormir, no lo dejas trabajar, pobre hombre.
Lo tiene
Que
bien
se vaya a otro
sometido.
lado.
Finish. ¿Todavía le están batallando o ya acabaron? Let's see. It's in North Vietnam, Hanoi. Hanoi walking tour, day one, the old quarter. Ta-da-da, the noise and the pollution. Vietnam's capital city is a wonderful place to visit. What can we use there, number one? We can use despite, yes, despite the noise and pollution. Although the noise and pollution. Yes. We can also use in spite of the noise and pollution, even though the noise and pollution. So ahí pues tenemos bastantes opciones ahí. So Vietnam's capital city, it's a wonderful place to visit. In fact, it's worth visiting for the food alone. You can do more than just eat in this great city. Very good. We can use however or nevertheless. You can do more than just eat in this great city. You probably don't speak Vietnamese. It's easy to visit and enjoy many sights. Fíjate, no pudiera ser ahí despite, porque entonces el verbo tendría que ser en ing. Like, despite you not speaking Vietnamese. Although sí puede ser, although you probably don't speak Vietnamese. Okay. Even though you don't speak Vietnamese. Pudiera ser también. Even though, although. The best place to start your day is the old quarter. The market stalls open for breakfast at around 6 a.m. You may need to be, okay, you may not be used to having soup for breakfast. So the market stalls open before breakfast at around 6 a.m. ¿Cuál es la 5? Espérame, me perdí. Estamos en la 4 ya. No, nevertheless, no.
But.
Pero no tenemos acá el but y necesitaríamos una coma aquí. No podemos usar in spite of porque tengo un pronombre personal aquí, you.
Even though.
Okay, even though, sí. Even though you may not be used to having soup for breakfast, you should try the special Vietnamese, no sé qué, pho, noodle soup flavored with meat. Okay, let's say number 4 is although, even though. So even though, although you may not be used to having soup for breakfast, you should try the typical Vietnamese no sé qué, breakfast of pho, noodle soup flavored with meat. If that doesn't sound good to you, then you can always get some delicious French toast bread, French bread. So en la 5, if that doesn't sound good,
however,
bien. However, nevertheless, if that doesn't sound good to you, then you can always get some delicious French bread. After breakfast, start your shopping on Lu Su Street. The fact that the narrow street is filled with motorbikes and crowds of people, it's a wonderful place to experience the real Vietnam.
Number 6. Although.
No, fíjate acá cómo dice the fact.
Ya, es que está corto aquí, no veo.
Pues sí, in spite of the fact that the narrow street is filled with motorbikes and crowds of people, it's a wonderful place to experience the real Vietnam. And may not need anything new. And you, acá falta un you. And you may not need anything new. you'll probably find a lot of things you want to buy. Despite not.
Nevertheless.
No. Porque no tengo ahí punto y coma ni coma. Although, see, and although you may not need anything new, and even though you may not need anything new, you'll probably find a lot of things you want to buy. Ta-da-da. Remember that it all has to fit in your suitcase. I see. However, comma, remember that it all has to fit in your suitcase. Ahí está. Ahora sí. Bueno, entonces acuérdense, remember, if you want some practice, you can have it here at Schoology, here. Aquí les puse en materials. You can have these sentences and you can practice with different connectors of contrast just to practice a little bit more. Okay, and don't forget to practice with the correct punctuation. Okay, va. So let's continue. All right, we're going to skip that for a little bit, and we're going to go straight into page 144. Page 144, where it says a guidebook. This one. So I don't really know if when you travel anywhere, like if you go to Oaxaca or Chiapas or Puebla or whatever, I don't know if you guys like buying or reading a guidebook. You know, like these kind of books or text, they give us information about the place that we're visiting, a little bit of background, like history, just general information about the place that we want to visit. Like, I don't know if you like reading them or not before or during your trips, but some people do. Some people do like reading a guidebook before going to a new place, or while they are there. So we're going to read about this place, this city called Fez in the country Morocco. So, you know, I'm not even going to ask the question, have you ever been to Fez, Morocco? Because I'm pretty sure that nobody has been to Morocco, including myself. However, if not, say what you imagine it to be like. You know, like, so I don't know, like, how do you think this country is like Morocco? Like, we can have a picture here to, you know, like, to give us an idea. You know, more or less. But the important thing here is that we're going to practice with this vocabulary here. Heart, village, settlement, trade, site, heritage, alleys, and views, right? So we're going to read a little bit about Fez in Morocco. So I need someone to read the first paragraph about Fez. Anybody?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fez, founded around 790 AD, is located in the geographical heart of Morocco, and it's also considered by many a cultural heart of the country. The main attraction in this ancient settlement is the medieval Medina, the old village at the center of the city. It has been inhabited since the 10th century and still bustles
A ver otra vez.
and still bustles
Bustles, yeah.
bustles with crowd of people involved in everything from the spice trade to selling street food. The Medina of Fez is an important archaeological site and is the most complete medieval town still in existence. In fact, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Fez Medina forms a working model of daily life from when civilizations was young.
Okay. Very good.
What is that word?
Bustles?
Bustles.
It's like that it's like busy or like it's surrounded by or filled with, you know, está llena de, that it's surrounded by, yeah, bustles. It's en español, bullicios, dice.
Bullicio, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, by the way, digo, porque luego también hay gente que pregunta, do you know what AD means? Porque luego a veces tenemos BC y tenemos AD con los años. But do you know what this means?
Es que en español es antes de Cristo y después de Cristo, ¿no?
Pues sí. Pero pues en español sí, ¿verdad? O sea, es después de Cristo y antes de Cristo. Entonces en inglés.
After Cristo y before Cristo.
En inglés sí tenemos BC, it's before Christ, que pues sí sería antes de Cristo, before Christ. Pero el AD está en latín, que significa Anno Domini. Anno Domini, que significa el año de nuestro Señor. Okay. Eso está en latín, no ni siquiera está en inglés. En latín, a ver dónde está.
It's like AC, after Christ.
O sea, BC es así tal cual. Before Christ.
Yeah.
Pero AD está en latín y significa Anno Domini, que es the year of the Lord, que ya es después del nacimiento de Cristo, ¿verdad? So that's what it means.
Yeah. It's when the year that Jesus was born.
Exactly. Entonces, a partir de ahí ya es AD, pero no quiere decir nada de que after o nada. Está en latín, es Anno Domini, que significa Year of the Lord. Está en latín. Yo no sé por qué se la quebraron. O sea, BC, before Christ. Y luego, después, AD, Anno Domini. O sea, pero bueno, para que sepan. Entonces, bueno, aquí tenemos. Fez was founded in 790 AD. So, por sí, después de Cristo, Anno Domini. And well, it's in the heart of Morocco. So what do you think means when somebody says it's in the heart of Morocco, it's in the heart of Mexico, it's in the heart of the United States? What does it mean, being in the heart of?
The center? The center?
Yeah, the center of. So that's what it means when, yeah, it's in the center, the heart, it's in the center. Muy bien. Then we have settlements. They have ancient settlements. But what are settlements? Asentamiento, muy bien. That's what it is. That's a settlement, un asentamiento. I don't think we have a problem with village. Okay. Obviously, it's an archaeological site. Okay. So it's an archaeological site. So it's a place where something interesting happened, a site. What is trade? Because they trade with spices and like many different things. But what is trade? No? Anybody? Because they don't really use money on these kind of markets, and so they trade. But what is it? So aunque sea googleenlo. What is trade? ¿No? Bueno, trade puede ser un intercambio, o lo que vendría siendo aquí, pues como el trueque, ¿verdad? De que intercambian cosas, no necesariamente venderlas, pero se intercambian. ¿Okay? Y acá tenemos that Fez, it's a UNESCO World Heritage. What is heritage? Patrimonio, muy bien, de lo que es patrimonio. Heritage es su patrimonio. Ok, entonces, bueno, aquí tenemos alguna información. We have some information about Fez. It's in the heart of Morocco. It has many attractions like ancient settlements. It includes some villages in the center of the city. People go to the markets, which are very crowded and bustles with many people there. In the markets, they trade. Fez, it's an important archaeological site because many important things happen there. And it's considered as a World Heritage from UNESCO. So it's actually a very important place. Now, let's continue. Who can read the second paragraph? Still about Fez. Anybody who can read it? Valeria? Yael? Okay.
A
Dale,
guided tour is the easiest way to tackle Fez, but the brave can take on the narrow alleys, risking getting lost and having to haggle with a local to be guided back out. The noise of buying and selling is often interrupted by the cries of mule drivers pushing heavy carts that warn shoppers to get out the way. The most stunning views over the ancient walled city are from the ruined Meredith tombs on a hilltop. From there, it is possible to see some of the magnificent palace, green roof holy places, and the Karawin Mosque. Fez is secretive and shadowy, but captivating and colorful at the same time. It is an important part of World Heritage as well as the National Heritage of Morocco.
Yes, very good. So basically it's giving us a little bit more in detail information. Like the first paragraph, it's more about like general information, a little bit of background. When was it founded? If it has some kind of archaeological importance, etc., right? Like some background. And here now it's a little bit more in detail of the things that you can find there. Like you can go to narrow alleys. I think everybody knows what alleys are.
Aliados.
Okay.
Aliados. Ah, no, callejones,
No,
perdón.
no.
Callejones.
Callejones, sí, callejones. Los aliados son los allies, esos son allies.
Sí, sí, ya.
But yes, sí, puedes irte por callejones, like narrow alleys, son muy estrechos. But you can run the risk of getting lost. But some people like to go and explore the city and so. And it has like stunning views, you know, pues tiene vistas muy bonitas como los techos. If you go to the hilltop, you can see the mosques, puedes ver las mezquitas, you can see the green roof holy places, and so and so and so. You know, like, so it's pretty much a little bit of information about the city. Now we're going to work a little bit with this vocabulary still, and then this is when you're going to have to work on. You're going to have to write a little bit about a city, any city that you want. Obviously, you're going to have to find information about it, but you're going to have to use some of this vocabulary with some contrast connectors, contrasting it with another city. But first, let's check it here. Okay, from the vocabulary on top, tenemos. We have the definition. The things that you can see from a particular place, it's the what? The heart, the settlement, the village, heritage, alleys, side, trade, views, what? The things that you can see from a particular place. Yeah. So aquí va. The views. Ahí está. So here you have to match these definitions with the vocabulary on top. Okay? Entonces, Gabriel, tómale ahí pantallazo o algo y te regreso al texto. You got it? Okay. Y ahora sí, me regreso para acá. Ya. Okay. Okay, ready? Okay. Vamos a ver. So what's the art, buildings, and traditions that are important to a country or its history? Very good. It's the heritage. Then the central part of something. Heart, yeah. A place where something interesting happened, or an important building, or another construction. It's a site, very good. Yeah. Then the activity of buying and selling things.
Trade.
Yeah. Trade. A very small town.
Victoria.
Yeah, but at least we are not a village.
That's what you think.
Tula,
it's not a
Tamaulipas.
village. Bueno, ahí sí, ahí sí. A place where people have come to live. Settlement. Victoria. Somos un asentamiento urbano. And small pages between buildings. Small passages between buildings. Pues de anécdota.
Allies.
Yeah.
Not allies, it's allies.
Allies, yeah, allies. All right, very good. So there's no problem with the definitions. Now look, this is important because you're going to use it when you are describing your city. You're going to have, remember, you're going to have to describe, talk a little bit about the background of the place and a little bit of details of the city. So look, we can use some adjectives that go along with our words. ¿Sí? Aquí tenemos old, historic, tiny, but what can we use? We can have two, aquí quedan two different ones. But what of these words can we describe as old, historic, or tiny? I think everybody knows what tiny is, right? Digo old, pues no hay problema. Historic, no hay problema. But what is tiny? Ok, muy pequeño o diminuto, exacto. Entonces, ¿qué de aquí? What thing from here can we describe as old, historic, or tiny? So, ¿puedo decir old trade? Pues no, ¿verdad? Ah, sí. A village, sí, porque puedo decir old village, historic village, and tiny village. Puedo usar estos tres para village. ¿Sí? O sea, aquí la idea es que puedo usar estos tres para village. Porque puedo decir old alley. Puedo decir que es un callejón viejo, un callejón diminuto. No sé si podría decir bueno, sí, puede ser, como el Callejón del Beso, es a historic alley. ¿Sí? Entonces, la idea es que aquí tenemos que poner la palabra o palabras que puedan ser descritas con estos tres adjetivos. ¿Sí? O cuatro: religious, cultural, national, World, ¿qué? O sea, ¿qué puedo poner aquí que pueda se pueda describir como world, no sé qué, national, what, cultural, what, religious, what? ¿Sí? Igual. Waterfront, rooftop, stunning, ¿qué? Spice, gold, cloth, tará. Cultural, commercial, geographical, ¿qué? Okay. Let's try to put here what word or words we can use to describe them with these adjectives. Okay, like I said, in some cases there is more than one option. In some cases, not in everybody. Por acuérdense, va a haber algunas cosas que no pueda describir con estos adjetivos. Entonces digo, ay, es que con este sí describo, con los 3 adjetivos describo esta palabra. Pero esta palabra queda con 1 o con 2, no. Tengo que usar los 3 o los 4 para describir lo que quiera poner aquí. Okay? So I'll give you some time and then we check.
Excuse me, what?
Pues ¿dónde andabas?
Tengo a los dos con tareas, me estoy volviendo loco.
Va. Dice, what adjectives here can I use to make like a collocation form here to describe the words on top? Entonces tengo old, historic, tiny. Aquí puede haber más de 2 cosas. Puede ser old, historic, tiny village, por ejemplo.
Yeah.
Puede ser an old, a historic, a tiny, pero aquí no puede ser, por ejemplo, trade.
Sí.
O hard.
No.
Y entonces tengo que buscar aquí. I have to find here the word or words that I can use with these adjectives. But I have to use the 3 or 4 adjectives to describe the word here.
Yeah.
Si yo digo aquí como que, bueno, es que aquí puedo poner village porque lo describo con esto, y acá puedo poner este porque queda con tiny. No, no, no. I have to use, sea lo que sea que ponga aquí, I have to use tiny, historic, and old.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Se me hace que eres tú, Gabriel, el que estás bien fumarolas porque no se oye nada.
El mío no se escucha así, teacher. Es cuando usted se va no sé a dónde y deja ahí el micrófono por un lado.
All right, got it? Vamos a ver, lo voy a poner acá porque si no me tardo mucho en grafitear. All right, so what can we have with old historic tiny? Ya habíamos dicho village. Can we say anything else?
Alley.
Old. Okay?
Alley.
Yeah, alley could be.
Like the Kiss Alley in Guanajuato.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have coastal, mountain, ancient.
Village.
Yeah. And anything else? Settlement, yeah. A settlement también puede ser ahí. Okay. Narrow, dark, old.
Heart.
No, hombre.
That could be.
Yeah, I know that somebody could have a very dark and old heart, but yeah, Ali's, yeah. Ali's here, pues no hay otra. Religious, mystical, archaeological.
Village.
¿Eh?
Village.
No, village pudiera ser a mystical village or something, pero no puede ser la religious.
And religious.
Archaeological. No, archaeological ya tiene que ser con site.
Heritage.
Pudiera ser, fíjate. Heritage sí pudiera ser. Luego acá, a ver, waterfront, rooftop, stunning.
Views.
Sí, pues aquí sí, views. Luego, religious, cultural, national, world.
Village.
Hombre. Heritage, yeah. Heritage. Sí, sí, no hay de otra. Spice, gold, cloth.
Trade.
Yeah. And the last one, cultural, commercial, geographical.
Settlement?
Pues aquí sí es, no, aquí sí es heart.
Oh, heart?
So yeah, it's the geographical heart, the commercial heart, the cultural heart. Yeah, okay. Remember, heart is the central part of something.
Yeah.
All right, so we got it. Now look, ahora sí, esto es lo que se van a tener que chutar el fin de semana. You're going to have to find information about any city in the world, any city that you want. It could be Mexico City, it could be, I don't know, Rome, Barcelona, what else? Dubai,
The Vatican?
London, the Vatican City if you want to, Brasilia, Buenos Aires, New York, Moscow, Paris,
Ottawa?
I don't know, like the Cairo, whatever city you want, you're going to find or look for some information. When you are writing about it, we're going to do it in two parts. First, it's writing a little bit about the city, background, something interesting about the place. You can use some of these words if you can, because maybe if you're talking about Paris, maybe there's no information regarding village, maybe, right? Or trade. I don't know. Like you can find some information, but we have to use some of this vocabulary, like heart, heritage, views, maybe alleys, whatever we can use, it's okay, you know. And we can use some of these expressions like it's the maybe Paris is like the cultural heart of whatever. See? And the heritage, the Eiffel Tower, it's a World Heritage, National Heritage, lo que sea. Y van escribiendo ahí el texto. Eso va a ser, that's going to be on one paragraph. On the second paragraph, I want you to contrast it, like contrast some things about the city. You know, like even though Paris is the heart of tararara, comma, there are other important cities such as, y luego ya empiezan a decir, you know, like Rome, Rome is a historical tararara. However, y continúa. So I want you to contrast some of the things that you find about the place. You can invent it, or you can find the information online, whatever you want. I wouldn't know. I'm not going to start like looking for the information online to check if it's true or not. Okay. So I just want you to use the language, and that's it. So whether you invent it or not, that's up to you. Okay. However, it's two paragraphs. One paragraph, everything specifically about the place using these words, or even so, you can write the whole thing combining it. You know, by all means, you can contrast things and at the same time using the vocabulary, and that's also okay. I don't really mind. However, the text about this place, it has to be approximately 100 words. Like let's say plus 15 minus 15, more or less. So it's 115 cups, or a little bit less than 100. That's it. So I don't expect like a huge paragraph, just a little bit about the place. If we can use some of the vocabulary here, the hearts, the views, the alleys, it's a heritage, whatever, and contrast it with, however, nevertheless, in spite of the fact, and so and so. You know, like in spite of the fact that Paris has many museums and so and so and so, comma, it's not the heart of arts, because that place is, y ya otra ciudad, no sé, lo que sea, whatever, you know, whatever you want. It's okay. I just want you to use the language. All right? Either way, the instructions are going to be in Schoology, and then you're going to have to post it there. All right, questions? No questions then. All right, fair enough. All right, so that's it. That's the thing that you're gonna have to post. Is this one about the city and everything? It's going to be due on Wednesday next week, so you have a lot of time to do it. Okay, and that's pretty much the last assignment that you're gonna have to do before the exam. Everything else that we do next week, Monday and Tuesday, is just going to be practice, not homework. So this is the last assignment that you're going to have before the exam. Okay? All right. So that's it, guys. That's it for today. Enjoy